How are you leaders? Tarun Stevenson here for the Tarun Stevenson Leadership Challenge. In this episode, I'm going to be looking at 3 ways that you can work with difficult people. In fact, what I'm going to share with you is the secret for dealing with difficult people effectively. Come on, let's get into it. All right, here we go. This is the episode on the secret for dealing with difficult people, where I'm going to show you 3 techniques that are going to help you win over difficult people, build positive, strong relationship with them, and have them excited about going in the direction that you want to go. This episode is brought to you by my goal setting guide. It's a free guide that you can download. The link is in the description, where it's going to help you refine your goal and set them in such a way that they will be achievable and you will actually see success. Don't go another year without setting goals that actually work. Download my free goal setting guide, link in the descriptions below. All right. So what is this secret that we can use for dealing with difficult people? In fact, this secret works with everybody. It's not just for difficult people. It's for anybody that you have a relationship with, whether it's somebody you lead, whether it's somebody that is over you, whether they're your superior, whether it's your colleague, or even your family and your children. This secret is effective. In his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie talks about the secret of dealing with people. And what he says is that there are some fundamental traits in human beings that we have a need for. If they're not met, if these needs are not met, then we feel unsatisfied and we don't always achieve at our best or perform at our best. And so some of these fundamental needs are health, food, sleep, money, understanding life, the meaning of life, sex or relationships, and the well-being of our children. Many of us might be aware of those needs in our own life and have made steps to make sure that those needs are met in positive ways that help us to feel balanced and satisfied or content in our life. But he highlights that there is one aspect of our life that is often overlooked, and it could possibly be the simplest thing to implement when you're dealing with other people, and yet it is seldom talked about and very underestimated. And that is the feeling of importance, or the need for importance. Sigmund Freud said that every person has a desire to be great. It's an inbuilt desire in all of us. What do I mean by great? It's a desire to be acknowledged or recognized and appreciated for what you do. Whether it's appreciated for your work, appreciated for your effort, appreciated for who you are as a person, but the desire to be appreciated and acknowledged by other people, to have a sense of importance, to have a sense of greatness, to have a sense that your life means something, that your life actually contributes to the greater fabric of the society and community that you work in. If you can help the people that you lead feel a sense of importance and a sense of greatness, what you will find is they are more willing to be inspired by you, they are more willing to be influenced by you, they're more willing to go in the direction that you need them to head. So how do you do this? I want to share with you 3 ways that you can help to foster a sense of importance, greatness, and well-being within the people that you lead. The first thing is this: use encouragement over criticism. Now, it might sound like a small thing, but it's actually a very, very powerful tool. Often as leaders, we become very good at identifying what people are doing wrong. We are very good at calling out poor behavior or calling out substandard work. And that might be necessary, and it has its place, but if that's the primary way that we interact with our teams and with our people, then what you'll find is that their sense of importance, their sense of appreciation diminishes over time. They lose trust with their leaders, and they have less inclination to want to go in the direction that you're trying to lead them. The great Charles Schwab, who was the president of the US Steel Company in the 1920s, he was the first man to be paid over $1 million for his work, and he was known for his ability to lead people well, to inspire them and to have them take on his causes and go in the direction that he was needing to go. And when he was asked what his secret was to being able to manage people well, he said this. He said, encouragement. people want to be appreciated for what they do. They don't want to be criticized by their boss. And here is this man that had such a significant influence on the steel industry and was able to shape much of that industry through the 1920s. And the key that he said to his success was encouragement and appreciation. Take the time to notice when your team are doing well. Take the time to notice when they've done something good and actually say it out loud. Acknowledge it, appreciate it. Tell them regularly how much you appreciate them. Tell them specifically when you see them doing something that's really good. And the more encouraging you are, the more appreciative you are of your team, the more important they will feel, the more valued they will feel, and the more likely they are to go in the direction that you want them to go. The second thing is this: give them an opportunity to show their expertise. Everybody in your team is an expert on something. Everybody in your team is, contributes something that is valuable or they see as valuable. And even if you don't see it as valuable or you see it as a much, much smaller part of the bigger picture, let them feel like what they do is significant. One of the things that I've implemented in the organization that I lead is we have a Friday staff meeting, but the Friday staff meeting is not so much about me telling everybody what they need to know. It's more about them telling me about their week. So they get to contribute, no matter whether they're the social media person or they're one of my managers or pastors or whoever it is. Everybody gets a 5 minutes to contribute what they are doing as part of the organization, because much of what they do is so separated from each other that they don't often know the input that other people have. And to be able to share what they do with the team, it helps the team say, hey, you know what, I appreciate what you're doing. That's making a difference to our vision and our mission and our organization as a whole. And so, right from our youngest employees who are in 18 and 19 years old, right up to our oldest employees who are in their 70s, we give them an opportunity to share or input about what their week has been like, their successes, some of their challenges, ask questions if they need to ask questions. But that really makes them feel like that they are valued and important. And when I've asked them on more than one occasion, do you find these meetings helpful? Every one of them says yes. We love coming to these meetings. We love hearing about what each other are doing. And so, give them a chance to share what they're doing, share their knowledge, share their expertise with the group and with yourself, and show an interest in it, and they will feel more appreciated and more important. And the third one is this: help to paint hope and a future and a vision. Hope is the antidote to cynicism. One of my favorite leadership writers, Karen Newhoff, says that, where if you've got people who are cynical, they're disheartened, they perhaps are disenchanted with what they do, having a sense of hope and vision for the future is the antidote to that. And so if you can paint a vision of what they're doing and how what they're doing contributes to a better future, to a bigger future, then what will happen is you will inspire them and help them to see themselves as part of the bigger picture. Everybody needs hope. Everybody needs something to go after. Hope is the fuel, or the hope is the energy for the soul. And so if people have a sense that they are contributing to the bigger picture, to the mission, cast your vision and mission and help them to locate themselves within that. Show them how their contributions contribute to the bigger picture of what your organization or team are doing, and then they will have a sense of hope and sense of the future that they are working towards. Also help them to see their own futures. Many people don't see themselves beyond what they currently do. Help them to see what could be. Talk to them about the potential of where they could head if they wanted to. And as you inspire hope, as you inspire a sense of future, what you will find is people will get a greater sense of value and importance in their own life and in what they do, and they will want to contribute more to the path that you're taking them on. So that's 3 ways that you can actually help your team, or the secret to dealing with difficult people is instill a sense of greatness and importance in your people by using acknowledgement, appreciation, giving them a chance to share their expertise with the group, and instill a sense of hope and vision for the future. I hope that was really helpful. If you'd like to dig deeper on this and other topics on leadership, why don't you check out my course, Leading for Success, where I take a deep dive into the 7 essential keys on leading well. And you can get the link in the description below. And that's going to be really helpful to any leaders who are looking to level up and learn the fundamentals of their leadership. Don't forget, my goal setting guide for success is also available, my free guide to help you set goals that work and that you can achieve. If you've enjoyed this, please consider subscribing to this channel. That helps us to get the message out, and give us a comment or a share with somebody that you think would benefit. We love hearing from you, so please tell us what you think. And until next time, I'm Tarun Stevenson for the Tarun Stevenson Leadership Channel. Bye.